10 to 9 the next morning. I said we were going to go Monday, but I decided we're going to go today. Just because that spot isn't very nice there. There was a guy running his engine at 10 o'clock last night, which was very nice. But you're not allowed to run it off until... You're not allowed to run it past 8 PM. But also, the weather's not going to be very nice Monday and Tuesday, and after that it's going to get very cold. The canal could freeze. We're going to be trapped. But yeah, so we're going to do the Ashton flight today. It's going to take a long time to do this flight. It's got all anti-boundaries and they're very slow anti-boundaries. This, I don't know, I think the flight's completely against us as well. If this lock is anything to judge it by. Gates open, puddle up. Oh, yeah, it's going to take all day. And then I think we're going to stop in Piccadilly Village, maybe Telford Basin, we'll see. And then have to go and do the lots up and out of Birmingham, Manchester, onto the Rochdale tomorrow, Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, not the best days to do it, but it is. Nicalsons guy says don't do it in school holidays, but it's Christmas school holiday now. Because there is a lot of ne'er-do-wells in this flight, and the flight out of Manchester, through there as well. So yeah, wish me luck, I suppose.
Well, this is the UK Canal map. We are here down at Droyleston in Greater Manchester on the Ashton Canal. Today we're making our way down a flight of 18 locks, all the way through some really run down neighbourhoods of Manchester. This lock flight is said to be one of the roughest on the network, and there could be a lot of ne'er-do-wells about. Eventually we will make it to the end of the flight and moor up at Piccadilly Village, making the cruise 3.5 miles and 18 locks.
These locks are actually awful. There's no Bosley locks, there's not even a thing. A walkway. That's the wrong one. That's not even on, is it? Oh my god, it's going to take forever. Okay, stay. Right. Ah, well, the gates come open. Oh, it's only the first lock and I'm hating it already. Absolutely hating it. Yeah, I can see why people don't like this flight. Oh my god. Right, go up the other one now.
As you can see at the top lock here, it was duplicated at some point, and this was in the 1820s to reduce congestion. Now unfortunately is no longer used. But the whole flight was not duplicated like this, it was only just the top and second to top one.
We were going to wait till Monday until Dad came back, but he doesn't come back until Tuesday evening. We've got to do a few extra hours to cover someone else over Christmas at the moment. Which is annoying because then by then it gets too cold and the canal will freeze, so we can't wait there any longer. At least I've got one lock gate, but there's no walkway. Got to do a swing bridge now.
Not only have I got to do 18 locks today, there's also a swing bridge here. Thankfully there's no kids about because this is a spot they would likely hang out at. I think thanks to the weather being so cold today and wet and miserable, most of them are inside or somewhere else. So I'm actually thankful for the weather being this terrible and for it being this time of year. And looks like there was another swing bridge here. Thankfully that one is gone though.
Yep. Turns out this pedal's broken. Doesn't do anything. So open this one, went round, shut the gate, went and did that panel, that gate opened. There's a good reason I'm not using a tripod or microphone or anything like that today. I'm doing it light, quick, and if you use a tripod and a microphone, brings attention to me. All the teenagers, oh, you got YouTube, yeah mate, what is it? But you know, I get it quite a lot. But it just brings attention to myself, and I don't really want that around this sort of canal, you know. Anyway, we're getting there. That was the worst lock I've ever done though, I think. Well, firstly, hello mate. These gates just keep coming open. I keep shutting them, they keep coming open. I gotta do this, I'm sorry. I know it's a bad practice, but I can't be in two places at once, can I? It's the only way to do it. Unless I had a plank of wood. Okay, looks like this one's broken as well. Don't go up. Oh my god. Notice anything? Anything? Someone's left that paddle up as well now. Oh, I've just about, I'm telling you guys, this has taken half an hour to fill. I'm not even exaggerating. I've just managed to force it open. It's going up a millimetre a minute, sort of. It's alright to start with, but this last bit is taking forever. It's the slowest lock I've ever came across, ever. Oh my god. Oh, at least this swing bridge ain't there anymore.
I think this lock, I am most grateful that it is a horrible, miserable winter's day. If this was a hot, heaving summer day, I think that pub would be packed with football hooligans. So the Ashton Canal flight here is regarded as one of the roughest on the network. The Nicalsons guide even tells you to go through before 10 a.m. and to avoid it in school holidays if you can. That's how bad it is. But the reputation isn't so bad as it used to be. I think back in the 90s and early 2000s it used to be a hell of a lot worse and would have a lot of unsocial behaviour. But thankfully in recent years it has actually become not so bad, and we didn't have any incidents whatsoever, apart from a guy teasing me about my weight. You should have seen me when I was 60 pounds heavier.
I'm not shot any more than that. Wow.
I have to admit, I was not in the best of moods during this flight. It didn't help that I was actually going through quite a bit of depression at that time, thinking about what I was going to do in my future, and the fact that the channel was not being very successful at all. I know, it's kind of ironic that the breach happened just at the right time for me, really, because I was, honestly, just about to give up and move on with my life. But it brought my mood down so much that I was even contemplating whilst doing the flight that I didn't want to do the Favour flight of 18 locks back out of Manchester the next day. I was thinking, I don't want to go up the Rochdale. I do not want to be trapped up it. Well, I do want to go up the Rochdale, I really do, but because the boat is 70 foot long, we have to turn around at the top. We can't get out at the other end because the Hebble and Calder navigation is restricted to 57 foot boats. So that means we'd have to come back down through Manchester and Failsworth, and I've heard Failsworth is even worse than the Ashton flight for unsocial behaviour. And that is when I made the gut decision. It's what I mostly do to make my decisions, is follow my gut. And that can often lead to very spontaneous things, and I can just change my mind on a dime. So that's what I did. I changed it. Then I decided that I can't go down to Liverpool, because there's no point going down to Liverpool because I can't go down to the docks because it's not open till mid-March. So I might as well just head back down south along the Bridgewater Canal. I think you can see where this is leading, can't you? It still amazes me till this day that me being caught up in this breach was just out of the gut decision of not going up the Rochdale Canal, thanks to my mood and depression and the dullness of that particular day, and the fact that I was so far away from family. I didn't want to be trapped up this far north, because the Rochdale Canal has so many problems that I've been reading about, and I knew that I would be trapped on there because there's only one way off for me. And I was right in a way. I was going to get trapped up here, but not on the Rochdale. We were now getting closer and closer to the centre of Manchester, seeing all sorts of things dumped into the canals, shopping trolleys, bollards, mostly shopping trolleys. But this would actually be the first ever time that I would visit Manchester, and it was by Narrowboat. Crazy.
Chimney fell off as well. Branch ripped that off.
A quick little break here before the last 3 locks.
Yes, I did. That was the stoppage I was on about. God. Beautiful.
It's funny because this lock was actually closed for a while before we were here because they're actually building a new path, I believe, for accessibility. So thankfully there is a diversion so I can get to the next lock. But thanks to it being Christmas as well, no one's working.
God, they weren't all like that.
And what a relief it was to finally see that a lock was actually on my side and I could just open the gates. If the whole flight was like this, we'd be down in half the time. Wow, I cannot believe that flight took us 5.5 hours. That is just crazy and really goes to show how much longer it takes you when the flight is against you. It takes less time to come up the 36 locks at Tardy Big or the Cane Hill flight. Nevertheless, we did it and made it to safety. Piccadilly Village is regarded as a very safe place to moor. It's quite a posh area, and there's even a basin which you can stay to, but our boat is too long to get in there. Too cold, wet and exhausted to do an outro, we went inside and warmed ourselves up, and stayed here for Sunday, and we're going to set sail again Monday. And that is the faithful cruise that led us to the breach. Stay tuned for that.
Ba-da-ba-ba